Hi, I'm Chanel, and I will be exploring the concept of Knowledge Management 2.0 with you today. Here's a list of topics that we will cover in this video. Knowledge Management, or KM. What exactly is it? We know that knowledge management is not a new concept, so why is it so important now? What is the difference between Knowledge Management 1 and Knowledge Management 2? And we'll end up by looking at the future of KM. So, before we begin, we need a definition of knowledge management. According to Wikipedia, KM comprises a range of strategies and practices used in an organization to identify, create, represent, distribute, and enable adoption of insights and experiences. Such insights and experiences comprise knowledge either embodied in individuals or embedded in organizational processes or practice. Wow, that is a lot to digest. What else do we know? In the early days, KM was primarily about capturing all the messy, unstructured information in an organization and making it searchable and easily accessible to the employees. KM 2.0 seems to be more about aggregating unstructured information with structured data. This is according to Blank. So, from the above definitions, we can therefore say that KM encompasses the creation and sharing of knowledge to generate some level of value from it. So, moving on to the next topic. Why is KM important now? We know that KM is not a new concept and it has been around for quite a while but unsuccessfully implemented. So, what has happened recently? Well, with the increased use of PCs and particularly home PCs and the speeds of computers that we have reached over the last few years from Pentium 1s to Core i7s today, and as well as the advent and growth of the internet, there has been a huge resurgence in the proliferation of KM. Well, while all these developments were taking place, things were happening in the background that we did not notice. Social tools were starting to evolve on the internet. Tools such as blogs, wikis, social tagging sites such as StumbleUpon and Dig. These social sites and social tools put knowledge sharing power in the hands of the users themselves, so much so that the term user is no longer really appropriate, and this is to a great degree that has accounted for their rapid evolution, uptake, and success. This is according to Gertian. With the rise of these social tools, knowledge management invariably had to change. It was no longer the case that KM was static. It has now become more dynamic. So what's the difference between KM 1.0 and KM 2.0? Well, with KM 1.0 we had taxonomies of sites such as shopping and all these other things that we now see on the internet. With KM 2.0 we have social tagging, as I mentioned, sites such as Dig, StumbleUpon. Users now have a way of tagging and indexing the unbound internet. KM 1.0 we had people finders such as Yahoo, People Search, and the like. KM 2.0 we have social networking tools. Social networking services have been rapidly evolving over the last few years. Facebook comes to mind, Twitter, LinkedIn. There's different social networking sites for different markets. With KM 1.0 we had databases. With KM 2.0 we have blogs and wikis. This allows for greater collaboration between people spread all over the world. KM 1.0 involved email. KM 2.0 involves instant messaging. Newsletters have been replaced by RSS feeds and readers. Now information is pushed towards us and we can pull what we want, when we want, how we want. Discussion forums have now been replaced by blogs, just to mention a few. So, social media and knowledge management. How do these two get along together? Social media technology solves some of the key issues that have plagued these KM systems in the past. Social media supports knowledge management in that it makes information freely and widely available to all. And I'd like to say that Gertien has a nice way of putting this. Overall, knowledge management is becoming more social. Social media involves the free flow of information between parties, information that may be largely correct, but is sometimes potentially apocryphal or downright incorrect. So what this means is that with these social networking and social tools we have, there's lots of information out there. Some of it correct, some of it incorrect. Over time, the incorrect information is replaced and vetted by the correct sources, such as BBC News, Sky News, or even CNN. Knowledge management has changed its center of attention towards social media over the last few years so as to understand the potential of advancing knowledge creation and transfer through social learning. So, with this KM, what is the future? Social media and KM Incorporated provide a bright future whereby it becomes easier to locate information with features such as tagging and sites such as StumbleUpon. This is the reason that the internet was created in the first place, to share knowledge with one another. Now we have the tools to make this possible, and undoubtedly the tools will evolve as our needs change. Here are some of the references that I used throughout the slides. Well, this is it. I hope I enlightened you about Knowledge Management 2.0. Thank you for your time, and have a nice day now.